But yes, sorry, I meant to get on with it. Is what I should be doing. Hello, good evening. This is Molten Chat. I'm Robin. My camera feels high, but that's okay. I'm going to stare up to it, and that'll be fine. Very pleased to have you along. Welcome. If you've not been here before, you are super welcome. This evening, the idea is always to talk about the Molten Monthly that I just posted over the weekend, to chat about those sorts of new bits of gear and bits and pieces. But we don't usually ever actually do that. But that's the plan. We start off with that idea, but very rapidly we divert into other areas, other questions, other possibilities, and then I usually wander off and start doing a bit of noodling because the conversation seems to have gone off keel or something. That's the general idea. You're very welcome to ask me questions. I'll do my best to answer them. I'll also probably be a bit sort of cheeky and sarcastic with it, but that's just my way, and I am sorry about that. I've been apologising my whole life for my general behaviour. And I don't see that stopping anytime soon. So here we are. So it's the weekend after Synth East. So I can talk about that a bit if you want, if you've got questions, or I can just share my thoughts on how it feels now a week later. We also have a Synth Picnic coming up on this next Saturday. So I can also talk about that and what we plan to have in place. No one said you can't hear me, so I'm just going to assume that you can. I've got green things bouncing over there. That's all good. Just going to assume that it's working unless somebody says otherwise. Good. So yeah, sit back, crack open a beer. That's always a good place to start. Now, I was given some beer very kindly by Nikki and Nikki from Dots, Nikki and Les from Dots, which is great. And this is from a local brewery apparently called Problem Child. This particular beer. It's a dirty beer. It is a Bavarian style lager beer. Who knows? Seen and heard. Thank you, Jason. So I'm going to pour this and start drinking that. I've got another one called Rapscallion. They are rather deliciously marketed. Did I bring a glass? I thought I brought a glass. I thought I was sophisticated. What did I do with that then? Oh, look, it's there. Short format. Yeah, you're in the wrong place. But I agree. Yeah, Nikki does make some great little videos. They've been really good. It's a great thing for her to have started doing, or for them to have started doing. Yes, I do have the Gin Tronic Transparency. Yes, I've been having a bit of a play. Oh, I'm not doing that very well. Not in a focused way yet. I've just been tapping things and turning things on and off. Yeah, it seems very capable, very exactly the sort of thing that you need. I get very frustrated by effects. Let me just bring this mic a bit closer in case you are missing things. Because they either tend to be, in some ways, it's often too weird or too different or too specialised, when actually you just need some of the basics. You need a reverb and a delay, rather than having one or the other in many multi-effects units. So I appreciate the fact that you've got a good chunk of effects and they sound great, that you can just sync into your signal chain and it does the business. I had a lot of fun with it with the sequential form, which has no effects, almost to the point of famously having no effects. Oh yeah, sorry. For the full Cezanne Charney sound effect. Super. Now that That is not half bad. So, hi, Ken. I think you were first in tonight. Good to see you, of course, as ever. I'm sorry about your cats. But then that's a given, isn't it? Really, most of the time. Steve, good to see you. Void, Analog, hi. Another Ken, it's good to see you. Jason, I've already said hello to you. Keith, Atomic Pants, hi. Hi, Mike, good to see you. Peter, Flat Six, lovely to see all you lovely people there. William, can I call you Bill? Lovely. Thomas, great. Perks, great. You look suspiciously like Alan. Anyway, Tonal Axis, good to see you all. Axis Modular. Great. So we've got a little bunch of people. So yeah, any questions, let me know. Bill Blythe. See, that's a pirate name, that is, ever I heard one. What have I got a warning come up? Warning, your content is too boring. Hang on. I'm not. What am I going to do with that? What am I going to think about it? I don't think so. Is there anything I can do? No. So yeah, a week after Synth East, I'm putting everything together in terms of footage. I think I have everything now pretty much. It's just a matter of finding the time. I had a bit of a busy week. I don't know if you saw that. I had to get 2 review videos out, and I had some other work to do as well, which I'd put off because of Synth East. So I was headfirst into that on Monday, trying to get that done for Sound on Sound. And then I had to do the Molten Monthly. Then I had to do first of all, I had to do the Arturia Keystep 37, which is sitting over there, which was good. That was a good fun video, that was. It's always interesting with Arturia exactly who's going to be going with you, who's going to be on that launch, because they are slightly notorious for giving a lot of product away at the launch of a thing. Oh, now would be a good time to insert ads. Thank you, YouTube. I don't think I will, if that's all right. I don't think anyone deserves that. So it's always interesting, it depends on the level of that particular device. So it seemed to be quite an important one to them, because we had Loop Pop, we had Bo Beats, we had Starsky Car. They were all in there with reviews of the 37. Although the interesting thing about doing a review launch like that is that you don't get that luxury of watching everybody else's video first. So often when I'm doing a review, I have the opportunity, because I wouldn't necessarily have got it first, or there wasn't a timing on it anyway, is that you get a chance to watch a few other people's videos, so you can get a flavour of what it is you should be looking out for when you approach a video. But when you have something that's embargoed and going to be launched on the same day, and you don't even have a manual, because the manual's not finished, and I know a little bit about this now, because I've written a couple of manuals for Arturia at this point, and it is interesting. It goes right up to the wire. It's like you got a day before launch, and you're still going clackety 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 clack. Click this button, and then right click this, and then say this. And so with the 37, there was no manual at the time of making the video. So, but yeah, as I say, it was just interesting to see who else was out there, and how everybody else did 20 minutes. I did an hour. I don't even know why. I mean, I missed out a great big chunk of it because I'd already done that with the Keystep Mark II, and it was still an hour. I think, I've made my peace with that. I think it's fine. I used to be frightened of going over that hour. I'm not so much anymore. Because it usually means that I've left a lot of musical examples or sound examples in there. And that can be no bad thing. I mean, I know often you get videos which are sound only or no talking videos, that kind of thing, and that's fine. But if you're doing a review, you kind of need to include that, I feel. You need to include that within the scope of what you're doing, so that people don't have to go to another video to find out how it sounds. Do you know what I mean? Not that a MIDI controller sounds like anything, but it was producing music. And so I felt it important to dwell upon that, particularly as the sound I had with these two things running together was just superb. So I thought we'd enjoy that. So yeah, so we had that. It's all right. It's still essentially the same conclusion as I had with the Keystep Mark II, is that a little bit of immediacy has been lost, but a lot of control and sequencer arpeggiator sophistication has been gained. So, you know, it just depends. I imagine that the old one is probably what's just going to carry on knocking around over on this side of the fence, because I know I can pick it up, turn it on, and get something going. I don't need to spend time with it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I think what the new one did is it made you spend time with it, you know, which is good because it's a creative tool. Whereas I don't really use it as such. I use it just to set something going so I can then play with the sound. So this is probably going to stay over here. It's also a bit more robust with its metalness. So this is going to be the in-out, on-off type one. Whereas the new one is now taken the pride of place in front of my computer, where I used to have an Ovation one. Is that here? No, that's not that one. What is even that one? I don't even know why I've still got that one. Don't think that works. I don't know why it's sitting there. Yeah, anyway, I was using an Ovation one, but it's now the Keystep Mark II 37, which I think is good. It's good. It's good sitting there. Is it much smaller than the Keystep Pro? You've got the Pro one, but I think it's too big. Yeah, I can show you that. I can. I'm pretty sure the new one and the old one were the same size. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Yeah. The new one and the old one are the same size, so I can show you how it sits with. So they are together at the bottom, and that's how different in size they are. Does that help? Is that even in shot? I can't see. So can you see that? Is that helpful? Am I helping? I don't know that I am. So I think what's one of the things that's really good about this is how it's not deep. You know, it's very shallow, but then they ruin it by putting all the ports on the back, so you're going to have cables sticking out the back. I probably forgot to mention that, didn't I, in my other review? Hey, there's always more to say. So this is very good at butting up against stuff, particularly if it's on a little stand, because then the cables just shoot straight through, if you're with me. So there you go. Yeah, the Pro is, I find it slightly too big as well. It kind of gets in the way. And then I can never remember how to use it. It's too complicated. So. What was somebody saying? Have I recovered? Oh yeah, doing that. Yeah, no, did that. Counting of the Bounty. Yeah. Mel Gibson, wasn't it? And hang on. Marlon Brando. There we go. No, because he was Mr. Fletcher Christian. So who was Blythe then? Oh no, that's gonna make me wonder, isn't it? Probably Gregory Peck or no. You'll have to give that some thought. The Robin featuring Robin Jam. Okay, Thomas. Yeah, I can tell you about that. That was great. That was really exciting. I mean, the whole patch off thing is always exciting because you're doing something, you know, quite creative and quite scary. But during the day, it's such a friendly crowd that it's cool. You know, it's cool. It's exciting to do, and you just hope you're not going to embarrass yourself. But later in the evening, that's a whole other ball game. And you're looking out across this sea of, of balding men of a certain age who've all come to watch you, who are delicious and wonderful. You're wanting to do something proper, and Scanner was there, obviously, to do a proper gig. He had a full 30-40 minutes worth of material to do, and I was just piggybacking on that, really. I mean, in previous years, if you've been there, you'll know that we've had sort of 3 acts, where the first act is myself with someone. You know, I've sort of the whole reason for doing Synth East is so that I can perform in an overinflated way. I can, wangle myself onto a stage that I would never be invited to play on, because I'm organising the bloody thing, So that's been great. And in previous years, I've done stuff with with Gaz and with Steve and with Milo Melodies and with Paulie Bow and such like. But we felt that we're just sort of trying to squeeze too much into that evening, and it's actually having 3 acts, particularly after a whole day of the place having to be turned around very quickly. Time is a problem, and we think squeezing 3 in is probably too hard. And so we went to 2 acts, which was Scanner, Cabaret Voltaire. But I still wanted to play. I still felt it was important that I sort of linked the 2 events together, the daytime to the evening, which of course gave me another excuse to insist on playing. And I spoke to Robin about it, and he was okay. I mean, he appreciated the fact that he got a proper slot to himself. He doesn't want to to just do a little 10-minute thing. He would appreciate doing a proper set, which is what he got to do. Now, this could mean that in future Synth Easts, do I get to jam with the support act each time? Maybe I do. I mean, that's interesting. Bit brave, I think. I don't know whether I can pull that off. So this might be the last one. I don't know. We'll be talking about it with Electronic Sound and the Art Centre over what it is that Saturday evening is going to turn into, if it has to change a little bit. But anyway, the approach to it was the same as a patch off. We hadn't really talked about it too much. Robin had just said he'd like to do something in C minor. So I put a lot of time into working out what that meant, what notes that was, and how I could ensure that happened. Because the last thing I want to do is suddenly throw in like, an E natural right in the middle of his C minor. So I worked on that a little bit. And also he didn't want he didn't want to run to a clock particularly. He wasn't interested in doing something that was full of beats. He wanted to do something a bit more ethereal. And it's like, right, okay, fair enough. So I had a little sequence on the Monumatic that just went bleep, but I had it running slow. I had it running with only just a couple of notes on, and I was running everything from the stochastic inspiration generator, which was great because you can very much control how busy or how sparse things are and exactly what notes you want. That's why I went for that, so I could stick in a C minor chord and know that those were the only notes that were going to happen. So I had that going, and then I also had the Supercar Plus, which I resisted playing for as long as I could. And I had that, it was sequenced by the stochastic inspiration generator, but it was gated by the Sound Machines thing over here that I tapped when I wanted it to gate. So it had notes sort of running through it, but none of them fired until I hit that. So it would hit it sometimes bang on a note or in between 2 notes, or, it would then and change. It was given an element of mystery in that you're never quite sure what was going to happen. But I resisted playing as much as possible. I just let things play and let things pan out. And Robin played some pads and sort of atmospheric sounds coming in. And I bleeped and then I twanged and twanged. And I was going through the... is it down over here somewhere? Whoop. It's going through this pedal, Parting, from Emily Hopkins, which is just simply beautiful. And I'm going to try to put a bit of time into working out what it was doing, because I just had it sort of turned on and I moved a few things and things sort of happened, which is sometimes the best way, but there's definitely some intention in there that I'd like to understand. So yeah, that was essentially that. I do have footage of it. I have footage of the whole thing now, because the Art Centre sent me all their recordings, which is great. So I will put that out. I don't think I'll put the whole Scanner gig out, and I won't put the Cabaret Voltaire gig out either, because that's theirs, isn't it? I don't think I can get away with it without them being wanting all the action or something. But it's available to them if they wish to put it out there, and I'll be able to use it for a little bit of a clip, I think, for a highlight. Yeah, a little highlight, perhaps. But yeah, I will be putting those up this week, tomorrow with a bit of luck. I think I'll try to pull that together. I mean, I more or less did my highlight reel with the Molten Monthly, which I didn't really mean to do, but I just kept yabbering on. So, but I will try to do something a bit more contained I'll be able to stick the patch offs up. I'll be able to put up Ardler Saint and Ian Marston as well. So all of that will be there. Hopefully this over the course of this week. And then at the end of the week, I've got a meeting with Electronic Sound and Norwich Arts Centre. We can talk over how it went and whether we're broke or not. And decide whether we're going to do it again, which I think we probably will. So there you go. It's really nice that people come along. It's lovely that it sells out. I had a super day, on the whole, I think. Barring the odd sort of tearing your hair out over some technical issues, bits and pieces, things like that. But other than that, no, it went really, really nice. Really nice. Everyone seemed to have a good time, which is absolutely the main thing. Right. Let me just zoom up on some comments here. Anthony Hopkins, thank you. I knew that would be the case. Charles Lawton. That's less familiar. Yeah, there are times at Synth East that I just need to hide in a box. Because it does get a little bit intense socially. You're right, absolutely right. And having a table there, it's funny that the table forms this artificial barrier. So when I sat behind the table, I could sort of like sit back and not engage. People were playing on synths and stuff, but I was back far enough that I wasn't having a conversation with someone, or I could actually just exist for like 20 minutes, just sitting there going, which is great. That is really nice. Oh, Bill Blythe is on the other side of the planet. Nice. My boy's over there. Do you know him? Alfie. If you ran into Alfie, he's a nice kid. He's a nice kid, wide-eyed and having the time of his life, so it sounds like at the moment. He's worked on a macadamia nut farm. He's climbed Mount Doom, I think, and now he seems to be in a car with a Mormon on his way to Wellington. I don't know. So, fun, hey, fun. Yeah, couldn't meet a nicer bunch. Excellent. Well, do say hello when you see him, and remind him that it's Mother's Day in a couple of weekends' time, and he's going to have to do something about that. Okay, we'll do. Oh, there was a guy from Cabaret Voltaire actually gave me an album that he puts together. He's some kind of crazy synth nut, and he produces like a real world album, which was amazing. Where's that? I'd show it to you if I could think off the top of my head where I put it. It's just amongst all my stuff at the moment. Where did that end up? Was it in the house? I think it might be in the house. Which makes me think they knew who I was. Which is kind of fun. I'm not quite sure what to do with the celebs, with the evening bands. I don't tend to interact with them because I kind of very much feel like it's Electronic Sounds department. I have said hello to Adam Buxton a couple of times because I'm just such a fan. But in terms of the sort of Saturday night stuff, I'm a bit shy about it, and I shouldn't be really, but hey, what can you do? What can you do? Gary Newman? Yeah, that would be fun. Boris Karloff will be going back too far, surely. Hi, Abacus. Yeah, so cool. So that was Synth East. Yeah, good, I think. I mean, I would like to say something that's slightly disappointing is like there was 200 tickets sold to the Synth East daytime thing, and there was probably another 50 there from the manufacturers and other bits and pieces and performers, maybe 300 people in total. I got 250 postcards printed, right? Look how many I got left. I thought everyone could at least take one, couldn't they? Honestly, Honestly, my marketing budget can't run to all this all the time. All this having this spare business knocking around. And they're beautiful cards too. Look, I did curvy edges on them, curvy corners. Beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, not enough people came and took postcards. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? I'll have to try giving them away in some other fashion. Although, stupidly, I put the March date on here for the next one. Ho-hum. Ho-hum. Do people even take postcards and stickers and stuff from shows anymore? I mean, is that a thing? Is that worthwhile? Where did I put them? I put them on my great big tables that had the tablecloths on, the picnic tablecloths on, and synths on. They were all over that. No beanies, no. Is stickers still a thing, is it? People still like stickers? But my problem is I've got too many irons in the fire now. Do I do Synth East stickers, Synth Picnic stickers, Molten modular stickers, Molten music technology stickers, Surface Pro audio stickers? I just don't know. Badges from Jason, yes. Yeah, no, badges. Jason is next level, of course. Cards, not so much. All right, then. I thought it could go in your fridge. Can't it? People said have fridges, right? Well, look, I've got... Where are we now? It's 8:30. There is a thing I could do if you fancy. Yeah. See, the thing with... I have thoughts about merch. I'm always trying to do some merch. I mean, I've designed T-shirts. I've got T-shirt stores out there. 2 different ones. One on Shopify, one on Etsy. For the Synth Picnic stuff more. And it just takes a lot of time designing T-shirts and coming up with a good idea and then going around the houses about it half a dozen times, and then nobody actually really wants them, or do they? I mean, perhaps if we have talked about producing a Synth East T-shirt with a date on it that people can then buy, but then you don't want to have to buy in 500 T-shirts of 3-4 different sizes and then get left with a whole load afterwards that are then dated. Do you know what I mean? So it's a tricky one. I mean, doing it where they're individually printed, where people do it mail order, that's ideal, because then there's no wastage. But to have T-shirts for an event is tricky. I mean, beanies maybe that's a possibility. I'll think about that. Or something or other. I mean, of course, if you don't have a date on them, then you can sell them every year. But then you want people to repeat buy, so then having a date on them would make some kind of sense. It's like a tour T-shirt, isn't it? It's like a band tour T-shirt. Socks, yeah. Well, I mean, there is a possibility of pre-ordering. You could order a T-shirt with your ticket and then pick that up on the day. That's definitely something that we should have sorted out, I think. We could have done that. Because we did... In fact, we did have T-shirts last year, but I think only Andy bought one. Andy and another guy bought one, which was great. But we sort of sorted that out and then forgot about it and didn't tell anyone. And it was just a couple of very industrious people managed to get one. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, more merch. But as I say, it's just time. Molten technology magnets. Yeah. Yeah. There's always possibilities. Yeah. I hope your mugs are staying together. I've got a couple of early mugs that are... it's all the paint's coming off. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I've got a thing I could do. Shall I... tell me what you think. Because I've been sent a whole load of stuff this week. It's like I've had the most industrious week ever. After Synth East, for some reason I felt energized, and I did, like I say, 3 videos and a whole load of writing, all within the 1 week, which is, it seemingly has been impossible for the last couple of years. I've just found that really difficult, and I've worked evenings and all sorts, and just been very consistent with it. That's been great. I mean, if I can keep that up, I could actually get through some of the backlog, which would be amazing, because there comes a time when you actually want to do videos on things rather than just reviewing a product. I want to do a video on how to do this or how to do that in Eurorack. What is a ring modulator? You know, things like that. I think those would be good and useful, and more than just gear videos. So, but at the same time, I have a big pile of stuff that I really want to do, because people have sent them to me, and they deserve to get something in response to that. Anyway, so this week I've got sent a whole bunch of stuff, some of which I can't talk about, some of which I can, some of which is old. I mean, for instance, Oz, bless him, sent me a Disting NT, which is remarkable. His faith in me. But this is great, because this is kind of like the pinnacle now of the Disting, with a big screen and proper knobs that we could have a look. Just quick. I'm not going to, don't worry, I'm not going to plug it in and turn it on and try to work it all out. I've just blown all the what's it's on it. It's got a good chunky front panel, that is. Look at that. Look at the size of that thing. That's quite stunning. Quite stunning. So what this is in my head is, because I want to build more virtual instruments, and you can do that on the Disting. The Disting has the ability to record into itself and sort of auto build instruments. So you can sample a bunch of stuff into it, and it'll create an instrument for you to use on the Disting. So what I want to do is create a load of sound banks for the Disting that people can download, and then sort of convert those into what's it called? Decent sampler. Yeah, decent sampler. Yeah, it is called that, isn't it? Yeah, into decent sampler virtual instruments that patrons can have. So that's a plan for that, as well as looking at all the possibilities that it can do, because it is an incredibly multifunctional, multi-interesting thing. But I want to use it for things like Rhodes instruments, and capturing things like the TO5, or capturing the form. Any synth that comes through my hands, I want to sort of sample a couple of patches off in order to continue using them in a Eurorack form. And I think this is a great way to do that. So I'm going to look into that as soon as I get 5 minutes. It doesn't seem very likely. Again, don't get too excited. Yeah, you will never find a more undisting-like person than myself. But I'm up for it. So anyway, what was I talking about? So yes, I was talking about this thing here. It's all still in bits. What's that? Alright, let's have a look at that. Bear with. So the lovely people at Microrack sent me a box of these little buggers. Look at that. Just nuts. The idea being that they pop in to, I think, go on. Like that. Oh, it's not as simple as you would imagine. There's something in the way she moves that makes me do that. Oh, yes, got it in. Okay. So what is this? These are micro, not Eurorack modules, modular modules, right? That go into a breadboard and connect up that way. So you fill a breadboard with these little modules, and they are all patched together, and they then work. This is a flipping oscillator. Isn't that nuts? What a nutty, crazy, wonderful idea. Somebody showed me a bunch of this at Synth Picnic, the last picnic or two ago. And I also saw them at Superbooth Could have been this year, could have been the year before. And thought, that's really, really natty. I like the idea, I like the gumption of it, trying to produce a modular system that's simple and affordable and can be easily thrown together. So they've sent me a nice big box of the stuff, and we could plug some in. That's what we could do, if you like. You were thinking the Erica Sense EDU kits should have something like that so you can test out the sections. Interesting. I mean, they now have this whole platform, this labour platform, which is something else I keep meaning to build, which I think could help with the building of those Erica Sense modules, at least get you deeper into it. I mean, that's what the workshop was all about on the Sunday, was using those boards in order to look deeper into what the circuit's about. But yeah, I mean, the modular nature of it is kind of cool. But this is an entire module here. This isn't like one part of a oscillator. It is the whole oscillator. It's quite cool. Bill says do it. Do it, do it. Not for serious patching. Oh. Hang on. Got something trying to break into my shed. Hang on. It's alright, there's no hole. Sorry about that. Just had some very loud scratching going on recently. I think that the walls are going to come down at some point soon. That sounds like a Star Trek quote. When the walls fell. Oh, right, Ken's up for it too. Right, okay. Get the oscilloscope out. Right, I'm going to turn this off. Not going to be using that right now. So, get that out of the way. Put that down there. I'm not going to kick it. So, ooh. How's best to do this? Top down, a bit of each, a bit side to side. Let me think. I mean, it could be easier for me to see it if I put it on here. Now, I haven't looked into this at all, but I did get a couple of things out, and as I understand it, this here, which, hang on, is that one? Yeah. This thing here is a way of mounting it into Eurorack. So you can do that. It's got power on the back, so I'm hoping that this is going to be powered. That's my assumption, right? And then on here you'll stick one of these. Was it a moose? I don't think it was. Now, of course, this is going to go terribly because you know how I am with DIY and these sorts of things. Let me, 1 second. Is that better? Yeah, there's a bit of each. Bit of me and a bit of that. That's cool. That's cool. Let's go for that. So, you can see that all right, can't you? Oh, I'm just going to bring that in a little bit. Because these breadboards are weird, right? They're always upside down. But I believe that's how it's supposed to go. Because you've got a negative there, positive at the top. I think... Oh, I don't know. Negative ground. But also you've got these tabs here that make me think they fit with these tabs here. because there's no documentation in the box, and the guy keeps saying, "Give me a call." It's like, you have no idea I am scared of telephones, so I don't know whether I'll do that. I don't know whether that's not going to fit. Ooh, but surely these are the same. So these tabs here shouldn't be neither here nor there. So you think we can work this out together? Someone go to the website. It's microrack.org, right? Because, I mean, these are going to just sit here, and then we're going to have to patch in the power, I suppose. Aren't we? Takes a bit of learning. Interested in the Labour platform, so I'm going to bring my microphone in a bit. You're interested in the Labour platform? When have you built your effect or oscillator on the breadboard? How to convert it into a working module? Stop that scratching. Am I going to have to come out there? It's going to be a bloody great big rat, isn't it? Hang on, I'm just going to pop outside. I don't have my glasses on, so I won't be able to see it anyway. But, where's my torch? I'll be back momentarily. So yeah, somebody go to the website, tell me how to put this thing together. Oh, I don't know. Let's not get distracted. Right, so I think that's just going to go in there like that. I'm just going to have to force it in so that it fits somehow between these two bits. Maybe it needs to bend a little bit because it's a little bit tight. Let's take these middle ones out. Yeah, I'm into the beer. It's nice beer. You've never seen again. And I did glance on the website. I just didn't really see anything that was particularly helpful. It's not going to fit. All right. What are you supposed to do then? Am I supposed to shave some off? Maybe we're just not going to get anywhere. Maybe I'm doing it all wrong. See, look, that's just like it's a split millimeter. It's not. Let me get another one. I mean, what does come in the box is these lovely sort of patch sheets here, which tells us something. Start with power and output modules. I mean, maybe I just need to forget this and just do it straight on a breadboard. Maybe that's the answer. Should we do that? Because this is not working out at the minute because I can't physically. Oh, there's a completely different one. That does fit. All right, so the breadboards themselves are completely random. Well, look, I mean, that fits. So maybe we'll go with that one. We'll forget the other ones for the minute. So now what happens is the question. Now what happens? And is that the right way up? No, it's not the right way up. Well, I mean, as in, I think it should go that way round. Because you've got the negative to the negative then, and that seems to make some kind of sense. Okay, that fits in there. That seems to go all right. What do you think? Should we go for that? Use breadboard in any orientation. Okay, good, good, good. Right. Chain breadboards with power modules. Interesting. Right, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm just going to get rid of it. Because I think that's slightly more advanced, is attaching it to a Eurorack. And I'm not quite understanding the whole power thing. And I think that if we follow the patch sheets a little bit more, these things here, I think we might get to what we want to do. We might make it happen. So yeah, I've got a thing. I just need to find some of the modules to get it to work. This is, you know, half drunk, flying by the seat of my pants kind of stuff. Let's do it. You're living in a mirror land. Is it all upside down? No, this is the right way up. Right, so what have we got? So I'm looking for power modules. So I've got a sequencer, LPG, power, looks like power. Let's get into that. You know what, I might even put my bracelet on because I've been a little bit static lately and that's not helpful. I think it's been my shoes, but I've blown up too many things. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful. So this is a power module. All right, we've got a choice of DC and USB power by the looks of things. And if we look at our thing here, it says just use it any old way up and slap it on. Powers the whole breadboard. Slap it on. Just like that. Like that. Like that. Out. Great. Right. And then there's an output module that has a speaker. Right, that's a mystery one. That's got nothing on it at all. Jacket, jacket, jacket. Mod envelope, mix. Noise. Clock. MIDI? Heck. That's got a big fat jack on it. That's probably what we're after. Well, I've got another out here. This has got... Actually, mini jack is more useful for me at the moment. Heck, what's that? It's definitely an output module. So I'm going to put this over here as it suggests. Great. Look at that. Ta-da! Right, so power. I do have a power cable here that I could use. here somewhere. Oh, I just threw it across the desk. Look at that, beautiful. Got lights. Look, this is powered over here as well. Look at that. Got a switch. Oh my goodness. Stereo, mono. All right. Okay. Is that all right? You see that? Yeah, good. Scan for more instructions. No, we're just going to go straight to trying to do something. Bit crush, bass and drum, sub bass and auto wah, cool LPG, distortion and delay, jacuzzi the drone. Let's do that. Oh, I've already done it differently. Maybe let's not follow the patch. Maybe let's just plug something in and see if we can get it to work first. Enable for non-dynamic mic? Good lord! Right, okay. So, I had an oscillator, did I not? Yes, here. Let's plug that in, and let's see if I've got a filter, and then, like, you know, old school, not messing about. So, I guess... Oh, look. I'm just going to plug this in here. Cool, gosh, it just lights up. I know, right? There's no need to tell me. I know, I'm very laissez-faire with these things. Is there a filter? Saturation, MIDI, clock, noise, jacket. I've got an LPG. That's the other output. This was what? Oh, it's like a little keyboard. Sequencer. Let's try that. I would really like a filter. Oh, I've got some more over here. Keys. Jacket. What's a jacket? Oh, okay. I think they're for Eurorack jacks. That's another VCO. That's another output module. That's a delay. Saturation. Envelope. VCF. All right, now we're talking. No, I haven't seen a manual. Have you seen a manual? Right. Filter. Like that. So that goes in. I'll be a happy guy. Look at that. Now, how the heck do you patch things together? Well, let me get an output first of all. Right, that seemed to break. Okay. I don't know what that was. So left, right, left. What, left like that? Right. So I've got these little patch cables. Shall we see if we can patch something? Ooh. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Problem Child. Dirty beer, it's called. Right, let's take a cable, right? And we're going to go... I can't see what's going on. Let's take a sawtooth. What, just one of them, do you think? Then what, in? And then we'll take another one and we'll go out. I've got four, choice of four. I mean, heck, I have no idea. High and low. I guess, I might see that's a low. And what, into there? So, just think about it a second. Ooh, turn the cutoff up. Probably supposed to be in there somewhere. Okay. So I need to give it some pitch change. I can just about can't quite fit that in, but I'll have to do some adjustments. It's completely fine. Okay. One. What? Speed. Reset. Step. CV. Gates. Alright. CV. To pitch. We're cooking on gas. Right, so there was something about running two boards from a power thing. Where was that? Okay. Chained breadboards with power modules. So put the power module between two. So then there's a chaining jumper. Really? I don't know. But I think what we can do is that we can stick another one of these on just purely by putting that power thing out and then reapplying it. I think we can. So I think we can do this and put it across. Really, is that going to work? Well, I might do. I think these are different. They're slightly off each other. Okay. So if I plug that back in, all right, it's still powering. So I've got my thing over here. Now, what was I trying to do? There was a reason for this. Oh, I wanted an envelope. Of course, yeah. Wanted an envelope. Here we go, there's an envelope. I could fit that. I could fit that very neatly in there. The other way around. It's really quite neat. It's really quite neat. Now I've got a gate output from here somewhere that I can jam into that and then take an out. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Take an out from here. plug it into the cut-off. Nice. This is a delay. So I think what I'd like to do, take that out of there, pull that fella out, pull the sequencer out, stick that on this side of the thing. Oh, they definitely go in that other board better than they do into this one. Doesn't want to go in. Come on. Oh, come on. It's just a breadboard. Not supposed to be giving me difficulties. Is it trying to tell me that these legs are too fat? That's just not going in. Come on. It's in the holes. What's the matter with you? It just requires a little bit more oomph. I am worried about levels of oomph required. Okay, I'm in. So I'll give myself more room over here where I'm going to stick this delay in, like so. So I can take the out, go into the in. Oh no, pulled the whole thing apart. Then this, where is it? That's the out. Go back into here. And I need the CV to go into pitch. I did that already. Oh yeah, that's this one. CV and then gate into there. Right, just about getting some level in. Okay. Another oscillator. Oh, that's not a thing. That's got a thing on the end. Bitch. So cool, yeah. Another envelope. Comes in a VCA, funnily enough. No pass gate. So, if I wanted to get modular in here, I think I use one of these. Just not playing cricket. So those are all a little bit wobbly. How am I supposed to get those in? Maybe you can get some easier over here. See, I can. Ooh, massive difference in breadboard usage. So what I'm trying to do is bring a sequence in from something else. Here. Plug that into there. And then oh yeah. So they use that as a mulch. No, that's not going to work. Well, I get a couple of those, alright, I get a couple, so I can potentially take that. Wait for it, still working on it. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was a lovely contribution. that in there. It'll all make sense in a minute. Possibly. Right, so that's doing that. That's doing that. What is this doing? That's going... No. Yes. Okay, that's going into there. Then I need those two bits from the effects to go into there. Right, okay. So I now just need a couple of long red ones. Or heck, I could use that. It's a long one. Use that. Oh, I was hoping for sound as soon as I plugged that in. Oh, that's better. Doo-doo. Oh, I need something far longer than that. Not going to make it. So I need this. That going nowhere. Well, why don't I know. I will take the delay out for the minute. Stick the saturation all the way in over here. Sorry, I've spent a good lot of time now. Thank you very much for allowing me to do that. So yeah, that was fun. It's a weird, crazy thing, isn't it? What a weird, crazy thing. I love the lights. The lights are great. They've done a good job on that. I'll bring this camera back actually while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I mean it's a mini little patchable modular system. Heck, it really is. I mean, the oscillator sounds all right. The filter sounds all right. You know, what more do you want? What more do you need? I've got a lot more stuff to play with, like a low pass gate, some more modular interaction. Not sure what that is. There's a mixer, MIDI, compressor, noise. So yeah, an interesting bunch of little things that you could actually build into a system, and it will fit in your Eurorack if you can work out how to get those breadboards to stay in between the bits. So there's definitely tolerances between the breadboards, which is interesting. But powering it in the middle like this, you've got a potential whole row of stuff. It's very much like the Korg little bits, twiddly bits, whatever it was that they had years and years and years ago. What's the price, Ken? There's, there's a 4-step. What's it? There's also a keyboard. I saw a keyboard somewhere. Here we are. I'm definitely bringing this along to Synth East. Not Synth East, Synth Picnic. Let's get it right. Yeah, it does have. It wasn't that I couldn't stick it down. I appreciate it's got stickiness on the back. Is that it wouldn't fit between the standoffs. So look, you've got a little keyboard. Where am I looking at? This here, yeah. Which I'm tempted to put that way, of course, but that wouldn't work. It would have to go like this. And then what would you do? I don't know. I think you might have to apply a stylus. Maybe that's what the black ones are for. And then what do you do with all of that? I mean, I don't know. That's if I can get that to settle. Ow! In the the problem is I'm going to put these pins into my hand. Is what I'm worried about. Okay. So there's a black one, not that one. This one. That if I was to do that and do that, I think that would probably work. So we're not out of this yet. Let me take that sequence out of there, plug that into CV, and the gate that's going into there, plug that into gate. I've got the other one here, which is going there, pitch, plug that into there. I like the fact that everything's got 2 prongs on it. That's pretty groovy. Turn Emily off for the minute. Oh, that killed it. All right, that's enough. Enough, I think. Enough. All right, enough. Because look, it's 20 to 10 already, and with that's just craziness. So yeah, great. What a fun thing. So yeah, what am I keep going? So I keep repeating myself over and over again. So micro orgs, micro korg, micro. What are they called themselves? Micro rack. Micro rack has sent this in for me to do a bit of a fiddle, maybe a bit of a review. I think it's pretty groovy. I mean, it's raw and sort of funky. Trying to work out how to get that envelope to work right. But of course, I've not sat down and looked at anything to tell me how things work. For instance, I don't know whether the depth on this is positive and negative. There's no kind of like indent in it where I can feel that I've got to 0 at some points. I'm always getting that a bit wrong. But I mean, on the whole, for simple, modular, mayhem, heck and all, it's a bit bonkers. How fantastic. How fantastic. Yeah, all right. Yeah, good fun. There we go. Good fun. Good fun. Come back to here. The question is whether it's a really good place to start. And is there too much danger of you penetrating your fingers with these headers? Who can say? Who can say? Well, there we go. So, any further questions, or shall we sort of wind this down, do you think, after doing something vaguely interesting? 499 says, Ken, presumably that's for some kind of kit with a whole bunch of stuff in it. Cool. Yeah, the Urak board. Yeah, I mean, it will be solvable, I'm sure. I mean, there is another part of the enclosure which is this, which I think you can mount it on, so you can turn it into like an actual workable thing. But you still got to get power to it. Would be my only concern. But then, I mean, if you were using this and the other thing, you could get power to it through a power board. So that's not a biggie. Not entirely sure what this is for then. Well, these things will become clear. As I say, the guy wants a call, so I can do that, and we'll work these things out together. But on the whole, I'll crack the Urak thing and work out what that's about. It's purely down to slight intolerances on the breadboards, I think. But great concept, well done. It could be a good way in. Get 2 more. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, patch wires are not... these are all patch sort of sockets to go pin to pin. Patch wires are not difficult to get hold of at all. I mean, I've got a whole box of the things over there from Korg Modular and things like that. So there's also a crocodile clip included for funsies. Not sure why. Ooh, that's a bit weird. But yeah, lots to play with. I can tell, Mr. Combustion Engine, that you are very taken with this idea and have much to share. Yeah, I mean, the people who stumble by the Synth Picnic, I don't know. Most of them are quite overwhelmed by what's going on and are not quite entirely sure what to do with it. So it's really difficult to say. Also, it's very easy to steal, obviously, little bits and pieces, but I'm sure we can cope with it. Yeah, definitely going to bring it down, have it plugged in a bit like this, and talk about it, I guess, see what people think. What harm could it possibly do? Indeed. So, Synth Picnic this next Saturday. I will bring the sequential form along again. If there is something that you're planning on wanting to try out or to rent, then please let me know so I can make sure that I bring it with me, because I don't bring everything because I've now got a little bit too much to include. I do have now a workshop sort of relatively permanently, so I will bring that along to play with, and that's fun. I've only given it 5 minutes, and it was relatively easy to get something happening. But there's a lot more depth and interest to it if you can give it the time. I'll definitely bring that along. Excuse me. Oh. I have some other little Moog ones to bring along that I haven't done so far. I might bring those instead of, say, the Dreadbox stuff, something like that. I want to get into the Herbs and Stones stuff very soon, so I might bring that along just to have a bit more of a play. Other than that, I've got no big surprises. I do have some kits to build this week, so anything that turns up from that I could always bring along. Just don't know. You don't know where I host the picnic? But couldn't you get everyone to sign in? No, I don't think so. No, I mean you don't sign into a shop, do you? Which is kind of, in some ways I'm trying to mimic. No, you can't just make things too complicated. People won't come. The parting, yes. Yeah. I want to try to give that some time, because it was actually less impressive immediately with this, which is interesting. And also because I'm moving the knobs about the place. This is precisely why I'm doing it, you dipstick. Have you not been keeping up? Dear oh law. Dear oh law, you need to go back and watch another 100 videos. Anyway. Yeah, because as I'm starting to focus on turning the knobs, I'm starting to discover things as opposed to it just doing weirdness that I was completely happy to accept. And so it's sort of, in some ways, it narrows its scope. The more you know, the more it narrows down to what it actually does, as opposed to me, persuading myself that it does something more than perhaps it does. Don't know. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to give that a go. But yes, I'll bring that along. I'll bring along the transparency as well. Bits like that. I've got a few bits coming back, so I've got to remember to leave room in the car for things that are coming back this way. So this week then happening, I'm trying to do DIY. I'm going to get the Synth East footage done on Monday if I can, and then the rest of the week I'm going to try to build at least 3 or 4 kits. I have some lovely stuff from Thonk, a couple of their modules that I really want to do. I've got a new thing from what are they called? Neural Labs, Neutral Labs, Nasty Labs. Where's my thing gone? There it is. Neutral Labs, these guys, called the Luna or something, which looks completely nuts. But I've got that to build. I've got some Axis modular bits to build. I've got a tool building thing to show you to do a review of. So yeah, lots in the DIY department I could be doing and need to be getting on with. So I'm going to try to have a stab at that this coming week with a bit of luck, because I've got a slight gap before I need to then stick my head into a whole bunch of writing again in order to earn actually any money. So that's good. The Synth Picnic is in the Honesty Library, in the Castle Mall, in Norwich, near Boots, on the way to the View Cinema. All right? That's where that is on Saturday from about 10:30 till 4, I think it is. I'll be there with a bunch of synths and bits and pieces that hopefully are working. There's plenty of stuff which you can rent and take away with you for very little money. Do check the website so that you can book something so that you're not disappointed. Yeah? That's the plan. Yeah, we've got. I've got the Elmira 2, and I got the Scratch. I've had those along at the Synth Picnic to people to play with. Yeah, a bit mystifying, but always good fun. I mean, what country am I in? The United Kingdom? Where have you come in from then? Are you just floating past? Although, I mean, you know, we did get people book in for the Synth East to Norwich in, was it Wisconsin or somewhere? Minnesota? I can't remember. Wyoming. One of those American places. There's a Norwich out there somewhere, and he thought it was going to that. So, you know, it's not unusual. Gosh, there's somebody coming in a bit German with me. Yeah, Roland are kind of hit and miss, aren't they? Ah, well, not everyone can live near Norwich, I'm afraid. 40 miles, it's a lifetime away, mate. A lifetime. It sounds like you might be in Suffolk. You know, I don't think we stand for that kind of thing. Have you got your passport with you? A47. They dug that up, I think. I don't think there's any way through now anymore. You have to go via the coast road. That'll put a good 4 hours on your trip. Unless you're from the other end, of course. Are you in Yarmouth? In which case, yeah, we just... There's a whole bus. A bus you can take from Yarmouth to where we are. Right, anyway. Bloody blah, blah. It's 5 to 10. I think it's time to go. Hack an audio module. That's too bizarre at the moment. Never quite sure what's going on with that. If you mean the one that goes, yeah, that takes on the continuum and puts in the sounds from that. No, I've never seen it in real life. So good luck with that. Right, okay. Sorry, I'm fading fast, so I think I will go and leave you to it. So thank you for allowing me to sit around and fiddle as I do. I appreciate the commentary and the interaction and all those kinds of things. Thanks for being around. Thanks for sticking with me. And I will have more videos coming out, as I say. Otherwise, I will see you at the next Molten Monthly. Or if you're coming down to Synth South West, down in Dawlish, in the third weekend in March, then I will be down there for the day. I've just booked myself into a nice little Airbnb with some on the beach, I think, which sounds lovely. So I've got a log fire, a bit of beach, some synths. What could be better than that? You will come back to my place afterwards. I think actually I think it's a shed very much like this one in somebody's garden. So the chances of actually piling in there for a party seem quite slim to me. Yeah, see you Saturday. Those who are coming, Synth Picnic, I'll see you on Saturday. And I'll see you in the comments. Otherwise, knocking around the place. Thanks for hanging out. Connecticut, thank you. Missed a notification of what? Oh, what? This starting, yeah. Yes, beers are good. Beers are good. I've got the rapscallion here, as I say. I might go and drink that back in the house, like with a banana. Oh, right, good. Or I might just play with this a bit more. I don't know yet. I will. Well, what's that over there? Is that one? Or was it that one? That one. That doesn't do anything. About that one. That one? I don't know. Is that one right? Hang on a sec. Yeah, that's the right one. I'll go with that. So, yeah, thanks ever so much for tuning in. I'm not feeling it's been particularly smooth, but that's okay. So toddle on, go make some tunes, go and enjoy yourself, have some modular, and I will see you all soon. Cheers.